Hang 10, boys and girls, as we ride some cosmic waves. We find out if not only can Marvel's Silver Surfer be capable of some otherworldly adventures, but also some sincere romanticism and pretty adorable moments. Ew. Buenos dias, senors and senoritas. I am that Mustachio Bendito, going by the name, the comic book Mustache. Today, I'm here to take a look at Marvel Comics Silver Surfer, number 8, by writer Dan Slott and artist Mike Allred. And right before jumping into the book, I just want to give everybody a quick suggestion. If you live by the water, jump on a surfboard. Been doing it for a couple of years, and I have to say, not only is it my favorite hobby, but it has saved my life. It provides a peace and meditative state that I've never reached doing anything else in my life, and also makes you a cooler fucking person. So, now that I got all that out of the way, let's open up my Fourth World Comics and Toys bag and take a look at Silver Surfer, number 8. The Silver Surfer series so far has been a drastic deviation from previous Surfer series. Artist Mike Allred and his wife Laura provide some beautiful, nostalgic pop art as we take a look at this cover here. It is fun. It is retro. It is super cool, intricate, and simple at the same time. He's one of my favorite creators and artists within the field of comic books, and it kind of evokes this Jack Kirby-esque nostalgia that is just wonderful. His wife Laura, very vibrant and wonderful color palettes that may seem simple but are just all too fitting for her husband's artwork. So, let's take a little glance at the story. I've been doing some mild spoilers lately, but it shouldn't be too much to ruin the book for anybody. Sorry, I must have eaten a bad taco before. Shouldn't be enough to ruin the story for anybody at all, so don't get mad at me if I just tell you a synopsis. This series has focused on Silver Surfer picking up an Earth girl named Dawn Greenwood. We see her in this adorable little outfit down here. From her sleepy hometown on the Cape, where she has never left. He brings her into the world of the cosmos, and she soon falls in love with the idea of not staying in her town and gallivanting around on these otherworldly adventures with the Surfer. The Surfer doesn't really know what it is, but he's developed some feelings for Dawn, and so that she knows he'll always be there, he casts a ring, much like my wedding ring, around her finger, so a piece of him will always be there with her. That is so adorable right off the bat. I love this kind of romantic sensibility that Slott and Allred have taken with the tone of the series, and it continues very strongly in issue number 8, which begins with a funeral in this wonderful double-page layout on a planet where each inhabitant is the last of their species. It is a place called New Haven where the last of these species go to live and possibly reproduce in hopes of further continuing their series. But this starts off with the funeral of alien man or woman, not really sure, who was the last of a species that has now died. The reason for this species' demise is not told until the end of the tale, and it is amazing. It's really funny when he dies. This guy loved pie and all sorts of sweets and cookies and cakes, and a lighthearted tone is taken with that. And then we find Surfer kind of hanging out with Dawn. She's a little sleepy, so she decides to take a nap. And there's some adorable dialogue written within the script from Slot that I'll read from now. The Earth Girl was tired. I told her I'd find us a planet. It's all right, she said. I'll just sleep under the stars. Surfer. But there is no under out here, I told her. The stars are all around us. She says, even better. And she went straight to sleep. I thought that was really cute and very fitting. Surfer's talking to his board. I really want to do something special for this girl. What can I do? Great idea. Let's let her take the board for a spin. And she gets to surf around on the board with the power cosmic for a few, which leads them to land on the planet of New Haven with all of these species that are the last of their kinds. They meet the inhabitants of this world, who are then taken back by the Silver Surfer being there, and we find out that they're all aware of his past as the Herald of Galactus, a title that he no longer holds, but once did, and he was the bearer of the bad news that Galactus is coming to eat your planet. Dawn was not aware that the Surfer ever held this title. She doesn't even know him anymore. She pushes him back. Surfer understands, and he leaves. They're both heartbroken. And then we find out that all the inhabitants of this world, their worlds had been eaten by Galactus. And since she has the ring, which possesses the power cosmic itself that the Surfer has, it has now led a breadcrumb trail for Galactus and his current herald to their world. And we get a page like this, which is just in-fucking-credible and unfuckwithable, as I like to call it. So rad, so cool. And then we get that, which is just awesome. So, that's the plot. I'm gushing over Mike Allred. This is great. Allred, I can't even speak higher. I already have. He's wonderful. He's his own artist just as much as a nostalgic one. Working with his wife really shows they're such a tight-knit force of nature. Colors to the art just works impeccable. And now I will talk about Dan Slott's writing. I know Dan Slott is a big fan of Doctor Who, so having this creature like the Silver Surfer with an Earth companion girl is very similar to Doctor Who. The series has a really fun levity to it, a lighthearted tone, and a really cool feel, especially for a book like Silver Surfer, where we're used to really far out, really stretch your imagination to these uncomprehendable outer space ideas. It's cool to see something in that world, but very grounded within our own world. Can't speak higher of Silver Surfer as a series. It is $3.99, a very high price. I usually don't advocate spending that much on a comic. I feel like the more and more we pay higher prices on these books, the more and more companies will be able to get away with actually charging us these higher prices. But luckily for Dan Slott and Mike Allred Silver Surfer, it is a comic of the absolute highest quality, so $3.99 is not too much of a stretch, so long as the comic delivers enough to meet the expectations of a book that costs more. That is the only real downfall of Silver Surfer number 8. Otherwise, it is a near flawless issue, leaves us wanting more. Can't wait to see where the series is going, and especially can't wait to see the threat of Galactus coming to this world. Stakes are high for these guys, never been higher. And I can't wait to see the next issue, let alone where the series is going to go. It can continue forever, and hopefully it won't get cut short. I know a lot of Marvel comics kind of do the 14, 15 issue, get a couple arcs in, and then renumber it formula. If that happens, I hope they take a note from what they did with Mark Waid and Chris Samnee's Daredevil and just renumber it once the arc is felt complete and we get to see the creative team continue on the series just renumbered. This is a great jump-on issue for anyone who hasn't been reading the series. Everything that's happened previously is, I'm not going to say it's not important, but you don't really have to know too much, and all that you do have to know is what I just told you, and anything else is explained with this really cool and fun exposition page at the beginning of the issue. So, with all of that in mind, I am granting this the rating of 4 sombreros. The only reason it's not getting the perfect 5 is because of the price, you know, being $4. But 4 sombreros. That's me putting one on. Good job, Silver Surfer. Hey, if you're interested in checking out comics like the amazing Silver Surfer number 8, go to comicshoplocator.com. Type in your zip code and you can find the comic shop nearest to you, such as my local shop, Fourth World Comics and Toys, located in Smithtown, Long Island. And if you can't find a comic shop, or you really want that comic right here, right now, instant gratification, no nonsense, you can do that too by downloading your comics digitally. I use the Comixology app. It's available for both iOS and Android marketplaces. And another wonderful and underused resource for finding comic books and graphic novels is by checking out your local library. Remember, knowledge is power. Until next time, I'll gladly pay you on Tuesday for a mustache today. Adios, brochachos.